Bachelor Nation, will you accept this rose? We love you. Love is in the air. It's magic. 'Cause love is on the air. On TV. So love is on the air. Podcast. It's a podcast. Podcast. Love is in the air. It's magic. 'Cause love is on the air. On TV. So love is on the air. A podcast. It's a podcast. Andy, Liv, Sarah, and Glenn. Bachelor Pod. It's the Bachelor Pod. It's a podcast about The Bachelor.
The Bachelor Pod starts now.
Welcome to a special NBA Finals edition of The Bachelor Pod. We're coming at you live from the Bachelorette bye week. Live from Toronto, we've got Andy, Sarah, Glenn, and Liv, as always, on The Bachelor Pod. And gang, we were going to make a joke podcast and just talk about the NBA Finals for real. But some news came out recently over the past 24 hours that has got Bachelor Nation talking. And this, I mean, well, it is the biggest scandal in Bachelor history.
Yeah.
It is.
Yep.
No
real life implications.
Yep.
Yep.
Very serious.
Very serious stuff, too.
And you know what?
serious.
It was bound to happen with how they go about doing Bachelor in Paradise.
Yeah, it's almost as if the show Unreal prophesized something of this magnitude. Really.
Lots
You
of
know
people
what
have
I mean?
been tweeting about that.
Let's right off the top, let's just fill everybody in, right?
Yeah.
Because maybe there's someone out there who isn't as closely following social media, and maybe
Right.
they missed any of this. So who knows the most that
I've
might
been
be able to lay it down? Sarah,
following
you've been
the
following it pretty closely.
I've been following the mainstream media's story quite closely, and basically it started with rumors that Bachelor in Paradise was done, and nobody knew why. We were at a show last night. We're like, "What's going on?" And then we started looking it up. And what the base first thing was, we all know a lot more details now, and that's what we'll get into. But that one of the producers saw some misconduct, and she didn't come back to work the next day, and then she charged Warner Brothers as a third party watching it. And basically what happened was something happened between Corinne and DeMario that they feel Corinne did not consent to. Well, she did, the producer that has charged Warner Brothers.
What do you mean by charge? Just clarify.
I don't know exactly what it is. It's just that she's, as a third party.
I think originally it said she had sued Warner Brothers, which was weird because then it was like, well, what could she possibly be suing them for?
How quickly could she have?
Yeah, I feel like I heard it was like a third party misconduct charge or something like that.
Okay, so maybe it's like a criminal charge then.
Yeah, I'm
No,
not
that's what we're
totally sure.
talking
I don't think they're releasing that. I
Right,
think
okay,
that's
so
not.
that's-
I don't think anyone
sure.
actually knows. She went to Warner Brothers with some
Right.
kind of complaint of illegal stuff going on, and that there was no consent between what happened between Corinne and DeMario, and then it's kind of all flooded in from there.
I just want to say right off the top, we do have an actual scoop on this right now. We're gonna get to it in a second, but if you're just tuning in and you figure you know all this, we actually have a legit scoop from a real source. So
Yeah.
stay tuned for that. Anyways,
And
continue to lay it down.
and then what Warner Brothers' statement is that they're investigating, and Bachelor in Paradise is on hold. This is what we had heard before. We had just talked to each other now and got a little more info. But that was kind of what everybody knows right now.
Right.
The odd thing was last night, it was the initial reports were that there was consent involved and that the next day, Corinne and DeMario had looked at this footage and was like, yeah, we remember doing that, whatever, no big deal, which is why the story was so odd, because it's like, well, then what is the producer complaining about? They know what goes on these shows. Whatever, you saw some people screwing around and you got offended? Like, that's a little weird. But then today, I think the latest thing to read is probably on TMZ.
Yeah.
That's got the scoop on, it says DeMario remembers everything, Corinne does not, and that's sort of where we're at.
I think saying it was okay and stuff was coming from DeMario's camp. That's like, he was the
Right.
first person to be like, well, this is what I remember happening, and this is exactly what happened. So then that's what people thought was the case for a while, and then Corinne came
Feels like we
forward
also
today.
had a lot of producer input from there. A lot of
Yeah, I think there's been a lot of trying to save this franchise happening in the past 24 hours.
Yeah, so we do have a DeMario's account of what happened.
Yeah.
I guess we could kind of go over that. It's just basically
It's kind of graphic and gross.
pretty graphic, pretty gross, yeah.
And he basically just says that, well, she got naked, she put her body in front of me, and I just kind of went to town. And
Yeah.
so he's kind of putting it on her.
This is the quote from TMZ.
Yeah.
Although Damara remembers everything from rubbing, touching, and fingering to licking her genitals, she says she remembers nothing, which obviously, if true, is horrible. And this is gonna really put a black eye on the franchise as a whole.
As a
Yeah.
whole,
I mean,
yeah.
how is the Bachelorette gonna go on after this? Depending on how it unfolds.
Also, though, there was where was it that it said Corinne was said that she doesn't blame Demario. She's more upset with the producers. Or
Again,
something?
I don't know if that is real now.
Okay.
Like, I don't know where that came from, but one of the reports is that she was more upset with like a source said.
Yeah,
it's all
okay.
sources,
Sure.
right? So who knows
Yeah,
who that is?
right,
That could be
sure.
a producer giving that
Yes, okay.
information out.
Exactly.
Yeah, we don't know the whole story yet.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And
Of course.
the other, I guess the other tidbit to recognize in this is that Corinne did and does have a boyfriend.
Yeah.
That's also come out in the reports, which really,
Which we knew that.
we kind of figured
We
that,
figured,
right?
yeah.
And then and some of those initial reports sort of set the scene where the way this whole thing started was that producers was like, this season we want you two to have a thing off the top because you're the two villains. It'll be great for ratings. So that's like,
That was kind of
it's
alarming
greasy,
to
man.
me.
Yeah,
It's
that
greasy.
they produce it that much. We didn't know that they
yeah,
produced
that
it
not
that much.
only do they produce it to that level, and like, look, we're not naive. I mean, we do get tricked.
We get tricked all the
We
time.
get tricked all the
Yeah.
time.
But that's more with
They're
editing
trickster.
after the fact.
Exactly. I know.
I didn't think it was kind
but we
of
didn't.
before season.
I know. I didn't think that like producers tell them which person they're going to hook up with.
I don't think that happens in The Bachelor or Bachelorette as much as it happens in this show.
Yeah, more
Well, yeah,
in
of course.
They
but
got 3 weeks where
but
they were.
but also the fact that they know she has a boyfriend. Like I guarantee you, Corinne went like, I don't know if I'm going to do it. I have a boyfriend, and they were like, well, here, come on, just come on the show. You don't have to like whatever. You can do whatever you want. You don't have to do anything. Like just come be on the show. People want to watch you on the show.
Yeah.
So.
We'll give you 10 grand.
And then it's like, oh well, here's the storyline. You two are going to be together. It's like,
Yeah, do what you got to do.
Rough,
and
man.
I'm sure her and her boyfriend was like, well, I might kiss a few guys. It's the whole thing. No big deal.
Almost
And
They
then-
had to have
acting.
talked about
I mean,
it.
they
yeah.
had to have talked about it. I can't imagine it being a very good conversation, and I certainly
No.
can't imagine the whole thing being good for their relationship. So I bet it's like this. Come on, the second you go and do this show, you're basically saying peace to that relationship.
yeah.
Yeah.
Unless her plan was
So-
just to be on for a week and not do anything and leave, which could have been it
Right.
too.
Could have been the plan. Yeah, you never
could've
know.
been, Yeah.
Yeah.
And maybe the producers knew that too, and they're like, "Hey, if she's here for a week, we're gonna get as much out of her as we can." I don't know. I mean, hey, like we said, Unreal sort of paints a picture that these producers are willing to do whatever it takes to get something.
Yep.
And there's
Um,
also some reports that there were some contestants that tried to get the producers to stop what was happening, and they ignored them.
Right.
There's
And
that
there's been
report as well.
some tweets out there too from members of from the Bachelor family, and a lot of them. Now, again, we're sort of being careful not to jump to any conclusions whatsoever here. I mean, we don't know the full story. I don't think anyone does. But some members of the Bachelor family have been quick to throw their opinion into
Yeah.
the ring, which haven't been too well. We don't support their views.
Yeah,
let's just say.
it's kind of like opened up the door too for a lot of shaming and a lot of like I had an experience early today that I was telling these guys about. Tanner Tolbert, however you say his name, put up a picture, and at first he's changed it since, but at first said it always is. I don't remember verbatim, but it always. I am always sad when a select few ruin it for the rest. And then he said, I feel bad for everyone involved, the cast and the crew. So basically singling out what people thought was just like an incident at the time, but then they were talking about, and then consent came into play and it was still up. And there were so many people on his post slut shaming Corinne and saying it was all her fault and that she should have never been on it and calling her a whore and stuff. And he wasn't like really controlling it. So I wrote a comment. I wrote brutal and possibly shaming post, Tanner. You shouldn't assume anything until you have all the details, especially when consent is being questioned. It's 2017 and you're a public figure. Be better and smarter. And then I got like attacked by some of his fans on the thing that were like telling me to keep my comments to myself and to like shut my mouth and stuff. And it was pretty crazy. It's just crazy to see like He can't do that. Like, none of these people can just make assumptions in any way. They shouldn't be commenting on it legally, probably at all.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's
Like, you
brilliant.
got to imagine they have these group text chats and emails
Yeah.
flying around. Like, if we're talking about it here in Bachelor Nation, the Bachelor family must just be going
Oh, of course
crazy
they are.
with
Well,
the speculation. And obviously, there were people there.
Yeah.
Like Raven went on a bit of a tweet thing. She tweeted, "I'm heartbroken about BIP." Some people took that to mean, oh, like you're worried more about the show than you are the people involved. So some people got on her case, and then she went right back at them pretty harshly. And those tweets have been deleted. But
Yeah,
I think
and
everyone
Tanner also
Ja-
changed this thing.
Jasmine also tweeted that she was crushed, but she didn't indicate what she was crushed by.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
Could argue that she was crushed at the allegation / event / whatever.
What happened?
Yeah.
same with Raven too. I mean, I know she said specifically BIP. I'm heartbroken about BIP, but there is no. Maybe she didn't mean what happened.
I guess.
The incident. So I don't know.
Yeah, what I feel about it is I don't think anyone should be saying anything right now
Exactly.
because they're opening these doors to people being like, "Yeah, I agree with you. Corinne fucked up." Like, they're insinuating that that's what these people mean, and Tanner's was even more specifically towards them. And it's just like, also DeMario, we don't know what happened. So it's like, either way, everyone's throwing these accusations.
Yeah, exactly.
And
yeah.
and they're like tagging Corinne in the post. If this actually happened the way it's being reported, and she's being bullied and shamed online because these idiots are posting stuff without being like smart at all, it's just, that's shameful.
Yeah.
Them
Here's the
posting
thing
Yeah,
that
it's horrible.
here's the thing that we try to do. I know, and we don't even manage to do it all the time, but we always. You gotta like realize this, that like these people are people also, right? Like,
Yeah.
you're gonna mention Corinne in these tweets and everything. You have no idea what's going on.
horrible.
That could be that's terrible, right?
Yeah.
And like, yes, of course, when they go on these shows, there's a level of you do sacrifice a level of like privacy and things like
you open
that,
yourself
right?
up to public scrutiny for sure,
Yeah.
but you're still a
But
human
you're
being.
still a human being, and you're still deserving of human dignity and all this stuff, right? So like, just because they're on some TV show doesn't mean that they're all of a sudden like complete trash, and you shouldn't ever care about them. When something as traumatizing as this may have happened to one of these people, like, I just can't even believe some people are like that. It's
Yeah.
unbelievable.
Yeah, it was insane to read, and Tanner's not like erasing the messages that people are writing. He's just letting it stay on his thing.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's weird, man. Real weird.
I don't know what it's like having a big Twitter account like that or Instagram account where you're probably getting thousands of comments. That may just be a thing of volume.
But he just shouldn't have. His post at first was super brutal,
which is not
saying,
okay
like,
either way. I don't know.
a
whatever.
select few ruining it, basically singling out.
That's terrible.
That's terrible.
It's awful.
Yeah.
It's awful.
No, man,
And,
come on.
Yeah.
Whatever. Anyways, people are quick to react, but do you guys want to lay the scoop down?
Yeah, so this isn't, I wouldn't call it a bombshell, but we did get some confirmation of sort of what's been going on. Obviously, we cannot reveal our sources, but from what we've heard, I know there's been some question as to whether or not the show will or will not come back. I know there was I think one of the production companies sent a thing today being like they hadn't decided yet, but according to our source, the show is canceled, straight up.
Yeah.
It's
Like
not gonna come back.
forever.
I
Well,
would
this
imagine just for this season,
This
but
season.
I mean, depending on how this plays out, I highly doubt it'll be back.
Exactly.
But who knows? Who knows about that? So there's that. We did hear that it is being considered a date rape type scenario, which is sort of what the TMZ article implied, and that Corinne was extremely traumatized, and that the assigned producer, Corinne's producer, tried to step in and help, but I guess other producers or executive producers or what have you, we don't want to start rumors, but they didn't. They put a stop to her trying to stop it, with the big takeaway being that Corinne is traumatized. So, I mean,
that's not being reported. Like,
exactly.
I almost feel like people look at Corinne as a joke and that she doesn't have actual feelings. So how could she possibly?
Yeah, it seems
care?
like that.
Yeah, definitely. Which is way harsh. And I mean, to shut down something like this is like, it has to be serious.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, think of how much money they're losing just by shutting it down. You would have rented a resort for 6 weeks, whatever. And this is whatever. It goes in their August slot. Like, anyone not treating this like it's something extremely serious, it's like, you should get your head examined.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a huge part of their like summer lineup.
Yeah.
ABC. Like this is possibly their like one of their biggest shows, I think. They were counting on this. So I was talking to a friend of mine today, and they're like, "Oh, you know, there's someone told me that like they think it's just for publicity." It's like that.
Why would it go this far for publicity?
Why would this thing be the thing they went for publicity for?
Yeah, exactly.
There's much easier ways to get publicity, and things that are way more over the top that wouldn't, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a tweet just some random person put out there that was like, well, if I know everyone's sad about Bachelor in Paradise, but if this actually went down the way they said, then I don't want to watch a show that lets that happen.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. It's going to be really interesting to see again how this goes down. And I mean, it's weird that they're on their bye week because of the NBA Finals. Because I mean, obviously they wouldn't be able to address it on the show, but that would feel kind of weird watching it today. I got to admit. Oh
yeah, it would be very, very strange. Yeah, it's weird. You know, this has really put a bad taste in my mouth about the whole series, the franchise, really.
Yeah.
It's like it finally boiled over. Like, I'm sure similar things to this have happened.
Oh, yeah,
right?
there's
like,
some dark secrets, I'm sure, but oof.
Well, we were talking about that as well. It's like this, it's crazy that this has never come out, and maybe you guys can correct me if I'm wrong here, that something like this has never really happened on a show before. I wasn't big into Real World, but it feels like that would have been the show where this might have happened. Like,
there's been some assault stuff on Real World, like a bit of sexual assault and a bit of physical assault, but not date rape as far as I remember. But yeah, I mean, there's been a little bit of that.
Well, I guess the key to that is you'd think that on a production, the producers would do everything in their power to intervene in a situation like that.
Yes.
And the big asterisk on this case is that it appears that some producers chose not to, even when prompted by people who were worried, whether it was cast members or her producer. So,
and that's what's icky about the whole. That's the icky. I mean, it's horrible what's gone down, but it could have been prevented, and to know that they don't care that much about the safety of these contestants that they have, is so screwed up. And then it makes me think back, and I wish I had thought about it more at the time. I think we were all kind of like, that was weird when Lace and Chad were in the hot tub last year, and they were like pushing each other around, and it was like, and then he got so hostile, and it took so long for something to really be done about it.
Yeah, that's true.
Yep.
That really makes it would be hard to go back and watch that now, sort of knowing what we know and how they're urged to. I mean, I guess we knew they're urged in some direction, but to know that they were willing to let it go to that is just like, oh God, this is real bad.
Mm-hmm.
Part of me wants to watch Kimmel tonight to see. I guess he won't say anything though because it's too serious at this point.
Yeah.
But he might. He's a huge fan.
Yeah.
He might, because he can be serious. Yeah, it's and we've been seeing like little snippets of this season of the producing being a bit icky and it being a bit shady. It seems like. So
yeah, I mean the whole Waboom thing alone was like, what? I don't know.
And they have this racist guy on there, and
yeah, exactly. So this leaves us here at the Bachelor Pod, as I'm sure you guys are, just a little bit in outer space.
Yeah.
We don't know what's going to happen. We'll be back next week, definitely, whether there's a new episode or not, to follow up. Maybe even later this week. Who knows? If things keep moving fast.
Yeah, because we're just doing a shorty today, so maybe we'll do another shorty later on in the week.
Yeah, and side note, if you're watching on YouTube and wondering why we're in various straits of undress, it's because it's like 100 degrees out today, and neither of us have air conditioning.
No.
So.
Yeah, it's pretty brutal. I had to put on a pajama top so I didn't look as risque as I could have looked.
Glenn's not wearing a shirt.
Yeah, but he's a dude. My boobs would be out.
No, I didn't mean that. That is what that sounded like. But I wasn't like, hey, you can not wear a shirt. It's fine, babe. No. I just pointed that out because I thought it was funny.
I mean, I could. In Ontario, it's legal to walk around with your top off.
For sure.
Yep.
But then we would be putting out porn.
Well, it's not porn.
Well, yeah, it is if I'm naked online.
Nudes.
man.
Imagine if that was my like scandal that came out though. If I ever make it big, be like, oh, we found an old podcast where Sarah's just sitting with a mic with no top on.
Really grainy screenshots.
Guys, we promised you games this episode, and there's a lot of serious stuff going on. But let's end it off with a little bit of fun here.
What? What fun?
Pardon me.
Our game that we said
What was the
we told
game?
everyone we were going to play our Instagram game.
Oh, Instagram game. Okay, that's easy.
Okay.
Yeah.
I also
Very,
did
very
not remember.
simple.
What do we do? How do we
okay.
play?
Oh yeah, you can hear.
Oh right, you weren't here. We had your fun little thing at the end though.
Which we all listened to.
Yes, we all listened to it. I actually listened to it like a few times.
It was rapid fire.
Yeah.
I listened to half of it IRL.
So are we supposed to fire up our Instagrams here? What's going
No,
on?
you don't fire up
no.
your Instagram.
Only Andy.
So I'll be the game master here. Sarah,
Okay.
I'll tell you right now, Sarah's very good at this game, so we'll let Sarah guess last
Okay.
because
Okay.
she'll clue you in otherwise.
I'm very into Instagram.
But so I'm gonna tell you guys. We're gonna take the temperature first, okay? Because I think that's important.
It's very hot.
It's yes, it is very hot. So.
Dying.
So we're gonna start off, and basically you just have to guess how many Instagram followers this person has, right?
Oh, okay. That's easy.
Yeah. Okay. My terrible typos are not good. Okay, here we go. So let's start off with an easy one. How many followers, okay, would you guess Caitlin Bristow has?
Ooh.
Okay, the first number that came to my head, this is how I do it. I go on instinct. 1.7 million.
Wow. Okay. My first thought was 200,000.
Okay.
I'm gonna say like 1.6.
Yeah.
Ooh.
See, I'm way off.
Okay, so this is why I did this one first, because this is the take of the temperature. Caitlin has, I think, the most of any bachelor or bachelorette.
Okay, that's good to know.
So that's good to know. So she's the upper echelon, and she does have 1.5 million.
Whoa,
We
nice.
all
Hey,
would have.
that's pretty good.
Liv would have won at the Price is Right.
Liv
Yeah,
would have
that's
won
true.
on the prices right.
And maybe
That
let's
is-
go by Price is Right rules.
Yeah, let's go Price is Right rules.
So you got to try and come in just
Yeah.
under or
Yeah.
right on, okay?
Okay, deal. Next.
Okay, so put a name out there. Put a name out there.
Maltby.
Oh,
Danielle
okay.
Maltby,
Ooh.
who
Danielle.
was supposed to be on Bachelor in Paradise, but
Yeah, so
Paradise
there is
was-
also, in like a weird way with all this stuff going down, all of them have hung out because they've all come back together. So they're all like taking pictures together on planes and stuff.
Oh.
And they're like, oh, look at us. Hey, Vinny.
Just cool it for a few days,
Oh.
guys.
There's also like a huge spoiler in the picture of them all at the airport. I
Oh.
know one guy that gets kicked off this season because he's
Oh
in that
shit,
picture.
because he was at the airport. Yeah,
Oh,
damn,
that
that sucks.
Whatever.
All right.
It's canceled.
But-
Okay, Danielle Maltby. Let's get our guesses
Of
here.
Rachel's
Okay.
season, I'm saying.
Oh, sorry. Sorry, I wasn't listening. I was looking at
Danielle
the Instagram.
Maltby.
My first guess, or my guess, 50,000.
That's low. I'm gonna go 240,000.
Ooh.
I'm going to go 1.7.
1.7 million?
100,000.
Okay, you're saying 107,000.
107,000. Yeah, I'm out of it.
Okay, she
170,000.
70,000.
Yes.
Okay. If we're going prices right, Liv wins again. It's
Whoa.
156,000 followers.
Okay, so
Okay.
I don't want Liv
No
to
way,
keep
I
going
win
super
again.
low.
I'm not
So-
trying to. I
Okay, good.
honestly believed that.
It's
Okay.
kind of a dud.
So I'll pick one out for you
But
guys.
I was the closest.
You were the closest. Liv gets prices right.
But Liv
win.
gets Price is Right rules, which are the rules.
Yeah.
Because I love Price is Right rules.
Okay,
for these
who am I
kind of
looking
things.
for here? I want to look up Vinny. Vinny Vincent. Vinny
Ooh,
Vincent.
yeah. Okay, Vinny. Let me think about that.
Now what? Oh, there he is. Okay. Vinny Vincent.
Okay.
DJ Vincent.
Liv's
Let's
locked in.
I got it.
Let's change up the order because last person gets a slight advantage in this game. So this time we'll start with Glenn and we'll go Sarah then Liv.
Okay.
Okay. I think I start every time, but that's okay.
Oh, sorry. Liv
I
did
can go
last
first.
time.
No, it's okay. I'll say, I'm gonna say, oh, this is hard. 205,000.
I'm going to say my brain saying 195,000.
195. Okay.
Okay, well, rare situation here. My first thought was 300,000.
Okay.
Okay. So we got 300 from Liv We've got 100 and what from Sarah?
195.
And from Glenn?
205, I think I said.
Everyone's over.
Whoa.
Oh.
Everyone's
See-
over. We got a rebid situation here. Price is Right rules.
So it's lower. Okay.
Oh, lower. Okay.
I'm
going to. Okay. 79 thou.
I'm going to say 160,000.
Liv?
87,000.
The answer is 171,000. Sarah wins. Very close guess. Wow. See, I told you, Sarah's good at this. She pays a lot of attention to Instagram.
I knew it would be lower because he's not a woman.
Yes.
But
yes.
that's just
the
true,
ladies,
though.
yeah, the ladies have.
The ladies
Yeah.
be
more, for
popping,
sure.
unless you're like a Nick or a Tanner.
Of course, yeah.
Who I hate now. Also, everyone who loves Tanner, remember that he called Jade a bitch. Just like
And called her useless.
and the C word.
Cunt.
Yikes.
Yeah.
He said
What a
that.
fall from grace. He was one of my favorites
I
for a
know.
while.
I know. He's a real
He was the
dud.
voice of reason briefly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not the coolest dude.
Bit of a misogynist.
Okay, let's. Speaking of Tanner, let's go Jade.
Okay.
All right.
Let's close it out here with Jade.
So do I go
All right.
first this time?
Yeah, you
Okay.
go first, Sarah.
1.9 no 2 million. I can go 2 million.
2 mil. You think she has more than Caitlyn?
Oh wait, you're right. Okay,
Caitlyn
let
only
me
has
have a
1.5.
rethink.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
thinking
It's okay.
wrong
Have a
there.
rethink.
Oh, yeah.
That's fine.
1.7 million.
So you think she has? You do think she has more than Caitlyn?
Oh wait, sorry. Yes. you're right.
Caitlyn has 1.5 million. So
Okay.
that's
Let me have a
basically the
rethink.
highest.
I'm gonna say 1 million.
1 million even from Sarah Hillier.
Liv.
800,000.
I'll go 1.2.
And the winner is Liv McCauley. It's
Oh.
823,000.
Crack a million. I would have thought the Playboy aspect would have brought it up, but
That's a lot, though. That's a lot.
Yeah.
That's
That's a
that
lot.
is. I mean,
That's one
hey,
of the
that's
higher
nothing,
ones.
It's nothing to cry about.
That's 800,000 more than I have.
Yeah.
Or no, whatever the actual number is.
I don't know what's
That
happening.
was a fun game. I like that game.
Yeah, we played it the other night with.
It's a good way to end this otherwise somber episode.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say I my heart goes out to Corinne.
Completely, of course.
Yeah.
In
If-
all of this, no matter what, like, come on, man. That's a terrible
It
thing
shouldn't
to
have
happen
happened.
to you. Yeah.
No.
It just shouldn't have happened. Whatever
like-
happened, it shouldn't have happened.
Chris Harrison, speak up. Also, let's
Well,
see.
I'm sure ABC is making sure that.
He doesn't probably. Also, the video's been really weird on our end, and Andy keeps having to fix it.
Yeah, it's been having troubles with this all day. I had recorded my other podcast earlier today and also gave us some trouble. Anyways, but that's it.
Boy,
Short
trouble
one.
all around.
Trouble all around.
Trouble all around.
Just as problems plague the production of Bachelor in Paradise, so does it the Bachelor Pod.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To a way lesser degree.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for listening. This was a short one. We just want to get in, get some input there. Had that big scoop. Had to get that out. So thanks for listening, everybody. We'll be back next week.
Or later this week if something pops up.
Sure.
Yeah, we can do a mini.
Well,
Just stay tuned.
I'm going to Vegas on Wednesday. So.
Oh,
wait.
well, then we won't because this is all gibberish to me, what's in front of us here. I can't do any of it.
Well, there you go.
Okay.
Okay.
There we go.
Okay.
All right. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
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 If you want to contact us, you can reach out to us on social media. We're at The Bachelor Pod on Twitter, and individually, we're at Andy Holbone.
At Glenn McCauley.
At Olivia McCauley.
At the Sarah Hillier, that's at sign THESARAHHILIER.
If you want to support the show directly, you can go to patreon.com/thebachelorpod and donate there. Otherwise, we're thebachelorpod@gmail.com for an email and thebachelorpod.ca. That's our website.